What's up, guys? Welcome to the Better Man Project. Today, we're going to be talking about money. And not just money, but we're going to be talking about wealth. Because there's a big difference between just money and wealth. I was reading earlier the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, for like the 7th time. And I was thinking, wow, this book everyone should be reading. But I'll give you a little bit of what I learned from that book, which is an amazing ass book. One of the main ideas that the book has, and a lot of people miss when they're reading this book, is that there's a difference between just money and wealth. Okay? It says that a man's wealth is not measured by how much money he has, but the streams of income he's able to produce. Think about it. Let's say that you're walking down the street with like $500 in your pocket, and then you get robbed. Somebody comes up to you and they're like, give me your money, blah blah, whatever. You get robbed, you lost $500. Yeah, it sucks, but think about it. In a year from now, you're not gonna worry about those $500. You know, if you have an income, you're gonna make that money back. That's the power of income. It's not just money, it's income. Okay, another example, and this is so amazing to me, that most people live under a set income. Let's say that someone's working on a job and they get paid, I don't know, $3,000. And they have to live and manage their expenses under those $3,000. There's things they can't buy. There's things they can't really do because that's their limit. But the focus is not about budgeting your money, which is good. It is to focus on increasing your income. It's focusing on developing a stronger, bigger income, to where instead of making $3,000, you're making 6 or 10 or 20 or whatever you want. You know, it's focusing on raising the bar higher. And that's one of the main ideas of the book that a lot of people just completely miss, you know, and it's huge. But the book breaks down the wealth creation process into 5 steps, which I think they're amazingly powerful. So now let's think about this. You have an income, but most of your income isn't really yours. Yeah, I said it. And you're like, bruh, I'm like working, I'm earning money. But if you think about it, if you live in a house, you pay your mortgage, and now you pay your rent, you pay your bills for your car, you pay for your gas, for your insurance, for basically everything. You can't really live in a modern world without paying for stuff. So at the end of the month, you're like, well, I don't really have that much money. So we basically pay everyone else but ourselves. And the first idea that the book gives you, it's first pay yourself. Alright? You can spend the rest of the money, but pay yourself first. The book recommends to pay yourself at least 10% of your income. Because think about it, for the last 5 or 10 years that you've worked, how much money do you have to show for it? And now think about this. If you saved 10% of your income, how much money will you have in 10 years? So let's say that a lost uncle comes up to you and says, I will give you $1 million. But there's a catch. You can't ever use it. So does the money really have any value? I mean, there's $1 million, but you can't use it ever. No, it doesn't have any value at all because it's money sitting there, it's not moving. You can't use it. So yeah, you can save money, but what's the point if you're never ever gonna use it? Okay, so the step number 2 is to make your money multiply. Find your money a job. If you ever read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, this is what Robert Kiyosaki means by making money work for you. The creation of assets. And that's one of the hardest things for people. You know, wealth isn't just made overnight. It takes a long ass time. Step 3, or idea 3. Money will slip away from those who invest on unfamiliar things. So you've saved your money, and now you're like, I'm ready to invest. When somebody comes up to you and tells you, hey, I found this real estate deal, it's just amazing. You don't know anything about real estate, but you're like, hell yeah, let's invest. And you lose your money. Why? Because you didn't know how real estate worked or whatever you invested your money worked. So make sure you know what you're investing in. Alright, it'll take some studying, it'll take some work, but this is wealth creation. It takes time. Step 4. Protect your money. Invest under the advice of wise men. And I love this one because I am obsessed with the idea of mentors. I don't think there's any faster way to learn other than finding somebody who's already done it. One of the fastest ways to become wealthier is to follow the advice of wealthy people. You're not gonna go ask a poor person how to make money because, well, they don't know. Step number 5. If it's too good to be true, it is. See, all the steps that I mentioned before take a lifetime to master. This is not something that is done overnight. And this can be disappointing for a lot of people because everyone wants to get rich very fast. And that is when our emotions kick in and we invest in the wrong things and eventually lose our money. Alright guys, that's what I got from the book. The book has amazing ideas and it's an amazing story. So if you want to give it a read, go for it. It's an amazing book. I definitely recommend it. I read it about probably 7 times and you learn something new every time you read it. So definitely recommend it. Alright guys, have an amazing day. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.